Yar! Welcome aboard the Cringe. I'm your captain, Joey, Joey, and we are about to partake in another Island Tours with the Dodo crew. All right. It's pretty early in the morning, so beverage of choice right now is water. Hopefully, K is still playing, and I missed him. Yep. It's the first time I've missed KK Slider. So we're going to buy 2 Nook tickets. So note to self, I was hoping to catch KK Slider, but apparently at midnight, it is no longer a thing. So that's why I'm up early. Oh well. We'll turn it into something, a double Dodo Island tour. I might actually call it that. All right. No. Oh. All right. And I should have done this ahead of time. All right. Let's get going. Wow, everybody's up early. Spiderweb t-shirt. Sweet. Not into spiderwebs, but cool. Everybody's up. Holy smokes. What? Oh, drink so much coffee. And Renee's floating around here. Think I'm living with zombies. Okay. All right. This is the last June Island tours for just the Dodo crew. Yeah, it's pretty warm in my neck of the woods. Cool. Yep. So we're just going to turn this into a double Dodo Island tour. Yeah. Not much you can do. Oh, cool. It's raining. And I already have an axe and a shovel. I appreciate all the likes, subscribes, and comments. Uh-oh. Oh, sweet. That was the first time in a long time. Probably in over a week. A little bit longer. First time in a long time. Yeah, it's like 80 degrees. It's probably like 75, but feels like 80. And there we go. So I got to remember to make myself an axe before I leave. Yeah. So with July, we're going to be in the thick of summer. Both in Animal Crossing and my neck of the woods. Nice. Let's come through and do all the middle. We'll do the top. And then we'll come back to the bottom over there on the right. It's a good sized fish right there. I'll get this side. Tend to get carried away with this. All right, let's eat 3 of these. And we're going to flip to the shovel. And I'm going to try to hit that fish. Nope. There's a delay, just so you know. But I'm not that good of a fisher in this game. Okay, back to the shovel. I admit it. Awesome. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll recognize that I play Animal Crossing quite regularly. which is okay with me. Just double checking. Got it. I'll come around and hit the other side in a minute. Awesome. Another big fish. All right. Ooh, Atlas moth. Nice little snail. If anybody saw Turbo, we'll try it. Oh, yeah. Let's do one more. I didn't plan that right or execute that right. I already have a roly-poly. All right. We're going to try to get the complete upper part done. Nice. We'll make 2 more before I leave. Actually, 1 more. You know what? I'll do it now. Then I'll come back to the other side and finish up. Hold on a second. I have a method to my madness. There we go. That's going to go over here. All right. So I caught an online, or I'm sorry, a live stream of Crossing Minute or Minute. I don't know. I don't know the person's main. I think it's Dan. I don't know. Ooh. I don't know if I have this. I think I do. I think it's. in July, we're going to be so over stags. There we go. All right. And we'll call this one. Yeah, so I caught a Minute Crossing live. And he's another Animal Crossing streamer. Sorry, I'm going to get a drink of water. And from what I could surmise is he's building an island with a theme of people having accidents. So he called his island Trip and Fall. Double check something real quick. Okay. That's not what I want. I want to make sure I have donated the rainbow stag. Yep. Just. Yeah, I saw the owl now. Yep. So there was a discussion about people being handicapped of some sort and people being offended by it. Not something I would do, but to each his own. In a situation like that, that's probably not something I would do. But to each his own. And I don't think the discussion was coming from Dan himself. And if his name is wrong, I apologize, but I thought it was Dan. Wanna fly? But there was a discussion in this chat. About people being overly offended on behalf of others with disabilities. And it just struck me the wrong way. So I had to dip out of that one. So I have a family member that is cognitively impaired. And so I just kind of found it was a little tasteless. But wouldn't be the discussion. I mean, he made light of it. I made a comment and he was polite about it. So, and I don't think it was really coming from him. I think it was coming from his chat. But he acknowledged, oh, I did it again. that he wasn't trying to be offensive to anyone. And he really wasn't. The name of his island is Trip and Fall. So he was approaching something that they were going to use inclines over steps just to make it easier for people with casts or wheelchairs and stuff. So it was fairly positive, at least from his aspect. So I had to dip out of that one pretty early. Oh, it's not what I wanted to do. A lot of trains moving through today. It's Monday morning. It typically is. Yeah, so going back to that thread or the stream, his island was called Trip and Fall, and so it fit the theme of his island. So, you know, everything he was doing was pretty much on the level, and he acknowledged that, you know, he wasn't trying to be offensive to anyone. It just hit me the wrong way. I didn't get too deep into it, but, you know, I disagreed with some of his chat, but I didn't go and, you know, cause any trouble or be a nuisance. I was pretty much there for the gameplay. Yeah, I wasn't. And some of that stuff, it hits me the wrong way. It's only because I lived that life, you know. And I still do. So in my real job, I work with individuals that are cognitively impaired as well. I have a lot of experience. And when I say cognitively impaired, it's typically autism. That's where my expertise, and when I say expertise, is experience, is in. For those of you that may not know, for like 10 years, I worked with flashcards with my son in order to get him to recognize words. And vocabulary, he's probably like first grade level. So I already got the rainbow stag. Don't need to worry about that one. Yep. So if you were asking my experience about autism, is any type of early intervention is going to make a world of difference because you might be able to break through some of those behaviors in the critical learning years. So in my family's case, we had an early diagnosis, which was extremely helpful. Wow. Yeah, so the early diagnosis allowed us to get involved into school early. So by like 3, we were putting him on a bus in a car seat. At the advice of educators. That was hard. Yeah. It was good though. He developed some skill sets that worked really well. So as an adult, he's got probably first grade language skills, which for most is pretty good. But my son can recognize words and letters. Ooh, do I have that one? I think I do, but we're going to try it. I think I do. Yep. We're going to double check. Yeah, so he can recognize words and letters. And he's got a fairly good vocabulary skill set. But he still speaks broken. Like he can't string words together to make a sentence. He still uses broken type language, like daddy get, that kind of stuff. You know. But he can communicate, and that's the big key. All right. I think we're good. Ready to go home? Yeah, I'm kind of upset that I missed KK. I was supposed to show back up at 6 and never did. You know, when life happens. Yeah. So getting back to that, you know, a lot of people have experience in different arenas because of life experiences. And so, all right, we're going to go there, there. There was not a fossil this time around. Apparently I scare the owls away. Oh. I have to assess the fossil. Yeah, so getting back to that stream, that probably wouldn't be something I would do, but a skull. Never mind. There we go. Yeah, it wouldn't be something I would do, but I think his chat, Dan's chat, was probably a little less informed. It's still a good chat though, yeah, it was a good chat too. But it was good live stream. I'm gonna put this in there. Put in storage. Put in storage. Those are going to be my normal. Yeah, his gameplay was pretty good. There was nothing. Storage. All right. I think we're going to call it there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending another daily, not daily chores, an island tours with the Dodo crew. So I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.